right, Debbie, you're back.
I'm back again.
Yes.
15th year doing this set of shows. I believe this is year 7 in Longview. Second year in Maude Cobb. We previously were in the JC exhibit building.
Yeah.
But our show keeps growing and we keep needing more room, so we're excited. You know, we started 15 years ago with 50 dogs and 1 ring, and now this year, in our 15th year, we're up to 6 rings, plus obedience and rally rings.
Yeah,
So.
there's too many dogs for flower code in the building.
Exactly.
Only 200 dogs allowed. I don't know.
Right now, we're over that now. We're close. We're over 300 now. We're getting close to 350 mark. So yeah, our show's really gone from 50 to almost 350 dogs. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, yeah. And this is free to the public, right?
Free to the public. Yeah, all of the shows here for the public, they can come in and watch, and there's no charge all weekend. Yesterday we had some specialties which were specific to certain herding breeds and terrier breeds and the Silk and Wind Hounds, and they put on shows just for those breeds. And then today is an all breed show, so we have all the dogs here today.
Yeah,
and the rest of the weekend.
If people come, what will they see?
So the main hall has 6 rings, and they are looking at dogs who are being evaluated as breeding stock. What dog is the best dog? So if they're looking at golden retrievers, the golden retrievers have a written standard that describes every portion of the body: eyes, ears, mouth, teeth, neck, legs, everything is detailed out what they think the perfect golden should look like. The judge's job is to determine which dog in that ring best fits that perfect standard, as close to it as they can get. Of course, there's no perfect dog, but how close can they get to that standard? And at the end of the day, those breed winners are shooting to go to the final competition at the end of the day, which is best in show. So dogs are divided by breed into groups. Herding group is all the dogs who herd animals. Sight hound group is all the dogs who hunt by sight, like greyhounds, roadies, and ridgebacks. Scent hounds are dogs who hunt by their nose, bloodhounds, beagles, those types. So every group, there's 8 groups in UKC, and those dogs go down, whittle down the competition from their breed to the group winners, and at the end of the day, it's best in show of all the group winners for who's top dog of the whole show.
Top dog. I like
top
that.
dog.
I like that. And so, is this a kind of a qualifying event?
No. These dogs are, in a way it is, but this isn't a qualifier for anything else. But they are competing. Every time they compete, they're competing for championship points towards their titles. They are also competing for breed standings in their breed nationally. So when they defeat dogs in their breeds, let's say there's 5 dogs and they beat them, they beat 4 of the dogs because they're the 5th dog. They get 4 breed points. They take those points. Every show they keep track of those points, and at the end of the year, the golden who has the most points is the #1 golden in the country. And every breed does that. They're also competing for what they call group points. The group points are, if you win a group, you get to count every dog that was in the group plus all of the dogs that weren't entered under those dogs. So the group winner, if there were 20 goldens, as the group winner, you're going to get the golden points, the lab points, all the dogs in that gun dog group. And so those dogs at the end of the year are vying to be the #1 group dog in the country. And then you have your folks who are just starting out in the classes with class dogs. They're trying to win their classes and win best female or best male because they're working to get their first championship title. So there's a lot of different levels of competition occurring during a show. You can't see that, but the exhibitors know what's going on. So, but it's just fun to watch all the dogs go around.
Yeah. Excuse me. I noticed some youth here.
Yes, we have a very good turnout of young people. We encourage them. Dogs is a great sport to get into for kids. It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them how to interact with the public. They have to learn there are dog show manners. It teaches them how to, they get involved with helping with setups. They get involved with helping people who might need a hand with their dogs. It just teaches them all around good manners. And it's great life skills. Some of these kids will go on and you may see them on TV in 10 or 15 years as a professional handler. That is a job for people that show dogs for a living. So a lot of kids, and we love it. We try to promote the kids here.
There's something kind of interesting going on on the other side of this wall.
Yes. So this show, we haven't had a rally and an obedience show in a couple years. So this set of shows is featuring a rally trial and an obedience trial. So obedience is traditional, just like everybody thinks the dogs do all the commands: sit, stay, fetch, things like that, heel. And then in the rally trial, it's kind of like an obstacle course. And it has a series of signs. Every sign will have a list of commands, 2 or 3 things. It's numbered in numerical order. The competitor crosses the start line. It is timed. And they have to go to the signs in order and complete everything listed on the sign. They are judged by the judge who is scoring them for how well they perform each exercise and how fast they can do all that. Once they're all done, they look at the scores, and the fastest dogs with the least amount of faults are going to be your winners. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch these dogs work. They work on several different levels. You know, they start out really easy with the leash, then it gets more complicated, and they don't have a leash, and the dog has to stay right with them and do all that stuff. So it's pretty fun to watch.
So these dogs read.
Oh, sometimes I think they do. Yes.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, that's really neat. Of course, I guess that particular event, the public can't go in and watch.
Yes. Usually, if you they have to be quiet. But usually, if you go to the door and ask if you can observe, they're allowed to stand at the back and they can watch the dog run the course. Okay. But they are allowed to watch. It is a quiet room. They have to be quiet, no talking, because the dogs are working. So, but it is fun. You can ask to go in, and the judges are more than happy to let spectators in.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat thing to see.
Yes.
Yeah. Because everybody wants an obedient dog.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So, I don't know, anything else?
Well, we have some great vendors here this weekend. They have all kinds of fun dog stuff: beds, leashes, collars, snacks, you name it, dog food. Got some cool vendors setting up, and that's all free. The public can come in and shop. If you want some really cool and unusual things, come and see what we've got. Really, really neat things.
Yeah, I guess,
things that you won't see at a lot of pet stores, because the dog show vendors try to be a little different to give people variety. So you'll find some really cool stuff.
Well, that's what would sell, the new stuff.
Absolutely, the new stuff.
State-of-the-art dog toys.
That's it.
Okay, Kim, this, I guess, hasn't happened here in a couple of years, right?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I was here a number of years ago, and they've brought it back, and it's the exciting sport of rally obedience, where dogs have to perform. You can see the various signs out here. They have to perform the various signs to the best of their ability. There are 4 different levels in rally that get progressively harder. And titles are awarded based on titles and points that you can earn. And the biggest show of all is called Premier in Kalamazoo, that if you're one of the top 50 in the sport, you get invited to come and compete.
Wow.
The next thing that'll be done in performance today is something called obedience. And it's just what you think it is. How obedient is your dog, and how well do they listen to you? And there are a series of exercises, and you are scored on the exercises. And again, it is a titling event with many levels.
Now, all these signs, do these dogs read?
Some of them do, I think, because some of them help their handlers out a great deal. There is a perfect score of 100 in rally, passing is 70, and so you may be taking off a few points. Is the dog sitting correctly? Did they come to the front? Did they leave you for a minute to go sniff that corner, perhaps? But if they can get them back, it's just a few points off. It is a very happy sport because you can talk to your dog the whole time. You can use your hands, you can clap, you can pat, you can sing. I've had singers, and it's a lovely, lovely sport. Any time you spend with your dog is wonderful.
Yeah, and obviously these owners spend a lot of time with
Yes, they do. There is training involved. Again, there are various titles. I'm very fortunate to have dogs that won the very highest title. And, well, I have other things to do with my money, but I put them in the dogs.
That's great. That's very, very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
It is. Like if you look at that one with the 3 cones there, they have to go around the farthest to the right, the center cone, and the cone to the left. It's called a triple loop.
Wow. Wow. But I guess, are these courses standard then?
No,
Oh.
there are 15 signs every time, but depending on the level determines the type of signs that you pick from.
I see. All right. Well, wow, that's interesting. It's about showtime. Anything you want to add?
Good luck to everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this?
Dog showing in general or competing in that sport?
Both.
So I've been dog showing since 2014, and I've started rally just a few years ago. So it kind of, but I've only done it like a couple times, sparsed out over a long period of time. So I don't compete like every weekend or everything. It's just like maybe once or twice a year, maybe. So it's hard because you get really prepared and then you don't do anything for a long time, and then you have to feel like you're cramming again to get re-prepared.
So what do you have to do to get prepared? I mean,
So they have all the different signs, and you can look up what those signs are, and you practice all of them because you don't know which ones are going to be in the trial. So UKC is really nice. They have a video on YouTube that tells you every sign and shows you a video on how to do them, and then you teach your dog how to do them, and then you practice. But the hard part for me is me knowing what the sign is. My dog learns really well, and she does what I say, but then I will tell her to do the wrong thing. So, and I'm confidently wrong, so I don't even know I did it wrong.
I guess maybe you need to look twice. I don't know.
I don't know. It's very stressful for me.
So I mean, what's the hardest part of it?
Reading the sign like on the go. So if you pause too long, and there's not supposed to be a pause, then that's an incorrect movement. So for me, it's like, okay, I know what this sign's supposed to be. Let's remember it and be smooth. Like try to walk smoothly up to it while you're reading it, and then perform the sign without having to stop and interpret. For me, that's the hardest part. So I get really nervous about it.
It almost looks like Witch can read.
Yeah, she probably can. That's probably why we got lucky this time, because she's like, don't worry, I got this.
Thus the name, maybe.
Yeah, she is a very smart breed of dog. If I was a dog, I don't know that I would be a very smart breed of dog, so she definitely has to help me out.
Well, what breed?
She's a Belgian Malinois.
Okay, and she has this prancing thing going on.
She does. So we compete in another sport, and they like the prancy feet, so it's good. As long as she doesn't get it mixed up in the show ring, we're fine.
Yeah, really, and just sit there.
Yeah.
Or go slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, the whole slow, normal part, you know? I mean,
They just want to see that your dog is paying attention to you and stays with you, kind of regardless of how fast you're going. They want the dog to notice the pace change and slow down with you.
Are you allowed to use a leash?
Level 1 uses a leash, and level 2 is kind of the harder next graduated step, so they take the leash off.
Oh, okay. All right.
That really stresses you, because when you first take that leash off, you don't know if your dog is going to be like, let's work, or let's have a large party.
Time to go. Wow. So were you surprised that you won?
I was very surprised. I was surprised that we qualified. I was really waiting the whole time on her to go, nope, you did that wrong. Nope, you did that wrong. And it just kept not coming, and I just kept getting more and more, like, nervous. And then she's like, how do you think you did? And I was like, I have no idea. Like, it just felt rough and kind of jumbled, and then she was like, you scored 100. And I was like, oh my gosh.
So I guess from here, you go on to the ring.
From here, so you have to do it 3 times and not fail, and then you get a title.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's not over. I have to do it again.
Well, it went well the first time, so
It did go good.
I think you'll be okay.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
So, come on out, check it out. It's nice and cool in here. And Maude Cobb has indeed gone to the dogs. And also remember, I always tell everybody this, don't reach out and pet the dogs.
Ask for permission. Yes,
That's right.
ask for permission. Most dogs that are here are friendly, but there are certain breeds who are guardian breeds, and you always want to ask permission. It might be a young dog or a nervous dog, so we don't want to startle the dog, but just say, may I please pet your dog? And if it's a go, they will tell you it's a go.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up their hair.
Right?
Okay. All right, thanks, Debbie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to see you. Oh, we will have more later on KLTV7 News and KLTV.com.